This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Karunanidhi announces his alliance partners PMK, PCK and the Muslim League join hands with the DMK for 2011 elections. Milk producers demand a hike in procurement prices, threaten to stop produce from the 7th of February if the government fails to increase prices. Nitin Gadkari balks the DMK of not doing enough to stop the killing of Indian fishermen. Sushma Swaraj to meet family of the victims too.
You cannot take your government and central government is failed to give them a safety. Otherwise, give them a bulletproof jacket.
Active politician Sharad Kumar is all ready to take on the DMK, says he will announce his party alliance in a week's time for the assembly election.
In a week's time, we'll announce our alliance. So it will be an effective alliance where we'll definitely see to that people are benefited in the end, not us.
A Tamilian and his colleague trapped in a car in Egypt for 48 hours narrate the horrific ordeal they went through. An NDTV Hindu exclusive. How can I bring peace? Watch the little ones on a Gandhi and march at the marina spreading the message of Ahimsa. Good evening, this is the late night news. I'm Divya. These are the national news making headlines at 10. Special Air India flight to bring back 300 Indians living in Egypt and want to return home. Novak Djokovic lifts the Australian Open title, beating Andy Murray in straight sets.
This man is a champion on court and off. He won the Davis Cup.
SM Krishna condemns Indian students duped in an immigration racket in the US being radio tagged. In Davos, P. Chidambaram admits only 50% of the money contracted for roads is ever used for them. Pranab Mukherjee says he'll speak to Sharad Pawar to reinstate the India-England World Cup match at Eden Gardens. A Tamilian working with a popular call center company in Egypt is stuck in the troubled nations as the streets of Cairo go through the worst turmoil they've ever witnessed. Trapped in a car along with his colleagues for 48 hours, Arun Joseph talks to his Chennai-based cousin Deepak and takes him through the struggle on the streets there. They watch in horror as other cars around them are all torched, stopped every 2 minutes by both knife-carrying civilians and the military. In this audio clip, you can not only hear the protesters in the background, but also a 4-year-old child stuck in the same car. You viewers will now know the first hand of what is happening on the streets of Egypt in this NDTV Hindu exclusive.
சரி நான் அப்படி லைன்ல டேங்க் ஒன்று வருது எங்கள் முன்னாடி ரெண்டாவது டேங்க் பேட்ரோல் பண்ணது வாழ்க்கையில் இந்த மாதிரி போனதே இல்லை கட்டையாக வச்சுருக்கிறாங்க நிறுத்தி பார்த்து ஐடி கார்டை பார்த்து ஒரு 2 மீட்டருக்கு ஒரு வாட்டி நிறுத்தி
Yeah, Congo people are protecting themselves, Janu. You have to understand this. All body.
ஆனா சத்தியமா சொல்றேன் படத்துல ஜாலியா பாக்கணும் அது இல்ல திருப்பி நிறுத்துறாங்க கார ஒரு நிமிஷம் ரோட்ல கார்லாம் எரிஞ்சு
தெரியுதா கார்லாம்
ஆமா
இப்ப நீங்க ஒரு இடத்துல நின்றுட்டு இருக்கீங்களா
ஆமா ஒரு கார் நிறுத்திட்டாங்க இன்னொரு காரு தெரியல நிறுத்தி பசங்க தான் எல்லாமே சின்ன பசங்க தான் எல்லாமே கத்தி கம்பு பயம் அவனுங்களுக்கு போலீஸ் இல்லைல்ல திருடன் வரானுங்களா டெரரிஸ்ட் வரானுங்களா அவனுங்களே மற்றபடி ஒன்றும் இல்லை such long knives.
Oh yeah, the lady was holding one knife.
Everybody was having a free guy had a knife in his pocket and one stick in his hand.
That's what.
அடுத்த ரோடு பிளாக் ஒரு நிமிஷம் அடுத்த ரோடு பிளாக் வெயிட் ஆர்மி Army is stopping for full AK-47s with knives. Opposite direction.
Why are they not letting that side?
Army, huh?
Well, a special aircraft has been sent to bring back Indians from Egypt today, and Mr. Deepak has told NDTV Hindu that he does hope that his cousin is safe and comes back on that flight. Well, it's a special Air India flight that will fly to the Egyptian capital Cairo this evening to bring back 300 Indians who want to leave the country. The Egyptian military has staged an apparent show of strength in the capital Cairo, and as fierce anti-government protests sweep the nation, the latest reports from Cairo say military jets and a helicopter flew low over Tahrir Square, where the anti-government demonstrations are taking place for a sixth day. Reports say tanks are also trying to move into the area, but protesters are blocking their way. Media reports also say that the US State Secretary Hillary Clinton has called for an orderly transition of power in Egypt. And back to news from the state. Well, it is now official that the DMK and the PMK that went through various twists and turns have done a full circle to stop at joining hands and going to the 2011 Assembly elections as partners. Chief Minister Karunanidhi, who is in Delhi to meet Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi to discuss seat sharing, has announced that the PMK, VCK and Muslim League will be part of the DMK. During his meeting with the Congress leaders, Karunanidhi will identify the panel of DMK members who will contest for the seats and hold discussions on constituencies.
பிரதமர் சோனியா காந்தி சந்திப்பேன். சோனியா காந்தி முக்கியமா என்ன பேச போறீங்க? தேர்தல் தான். தொகுதி வரையறை குறித்து இந்த கூட்டத்தில் ஏதாவது தொகுதிகள் எத்தனை தொகுதிகள்?
Well, getting milk packets on time is going to be a concern for many households across the state. Next month, the Milk Producers Association in Tamil Nadu has announced to go on a strike from the 7th of February in support of a higher price. The milk suppliers to the state-run milk company Avan are demanding up to 8 rupees more per litre. Currently, they supply at a price between 15 to 23 rupees to the government. The milk suppliers also want workers in the milk societies, mostly based in rural areas, to be made permanent employees of Avan. The decision was reached at a meeting of the association in Trichy today. Well, the issue of the slain Indian fishermen is taking top priority in all political rallies and talks across the country. Pressure on the ruling government is mounting as the opposition has slammed them over the killings and demanded immediate action. After attacking the Congress yesterday and accusing it of outsourcing the DMK in the 2G scam, today BJP President Nitin Gadkari was very critical of the Congress and the DMK government for failing to protect Indian fishermen. He also called the Foreign Secretary's talks in Sri Lanka on the fishermen's issue an eyewash. Party leader Sushma Swaraj will be visiting families of Tamil Nadu fishermen who were killed allegedly by the Lankan Navy recently. And on a lighter note, mocking the DMK schemes, the BJP's top man said that the DMK should give free bulletproof jackets to fishermen like their free color TV scheme.
I just talk in a sarcastic language. The Karunanidhi want to distribute the TV. Now this time he can distribute their, I listen, if there is a big budget for the election, let us at least give them the bulletproof jackets, because you cannot take your government and central government is failed to give them a safety. So otherwise give them the bulletproof jackets.
And speaking on the coming polls, the BJP president said that this time they will definitely make an entry into Tamil Nadu Assembly after elections.
With our efforts, I am expecting a good vote percentage in Tamil Nadu, and definitely in this election there will be an entry for BJP in the assembly.
Moving on, actor politician Sharath Kumar is echoing the voices of the opposition to unseat the ruling DMK. Sharath Kumar, a former Rajya Sabha MP of the DMK, floated his own political party, the All India Samatwa Makkat Katchi, 3 years ago, and now he is all set to campaign against the DMK ahead of the 2011 elections. He will also announce his alliance plans in a week's time. Sharath Kumar, who has vowed to bring back the Kamarajar rule in Tamil Nadu, says he will campaign to bring about a change in the state administration. Sharad Kumar had called it quits with the DMK before the 2006 elections owing to differences with Karunanidhi's family members. The actor, who is currently acting in Tamil and Malayalam movies, added that he will complete his movie projects by the end of March and is to start campaigning from the first week of April.
We already made statements against the ruling party. We are very clear in what we are telling the people, and what we really want to change in Tamil Nadu is the administration, and the governance should be very clearly understood by the people, and who is going to give a better government has to also be understood by the people. So we will work towards that, and in a week's time we will announce our alliance. So it will be an effective alliance where we will definitely see to that people are benefited in the end, not us.
Still ahead on the bulletin, the Sham University stagged students has made a huge impact in India, and S.M. Krishna says the United States is adding insult to injury.